Welcome back to another mini episode of Ancestors and Algorithms. I'm Brian, and I'm so proud of everyone who tackled ChatGPT in our first episode. The stories you've been sharing in our Facebook group are absolutely inspiring. Today, we're moving on to Claude, and this one is going to be especially exciting for genealogists. If ChatGPT is like having a smart research assistant, then Claude is like having a document detective who can read that old, faded obituary you've been squinting at for years. By the end of these 10 minutes, you're going to have Claude set up and working, and we're going to upload an actual family document and watch Claude help you understand it better. If you got an old letter, a census record you can't quite read, or even a family photo with writing on the back, go grab it now. We're going to use it. Ready to meet your document detective? Let's go. Today we're setting up Claude. That's C-L-A-U-D-E. Claude is made by a company called Anthropic, and it has a special talent that makes genealogists fall in love with it. Claude is absolutely brilliant at reading and analyzing documents. Think of Claude as that friend who's really good at puzzles and has amazing eyesight. You know how sometimes you have a document where you can make out most of the words, but a few are just unclear? Claude excels at helping you figure out what those mystery words might be, based on the context of everything else. And remember our golden rule, AI is your research assistant, not your researcher. Claude won't tell you definitely what that faded word says, but it will give you an educated guess based on what makes sense in context. You're still the detective. Claude is just your really good magnifying glass. Let's get you set up with your document detective. First, we need to get to Claude's website. Just like we did with ChatGPT, I want you to type this very carefully into your web browser. The address is claude.ai. That's CLAUDE.ai. Click on that address bar at the top of your browser, clear out whatever's there, and type claude.ai, then press enter. What you should see is a clean, simple page with Claude at the top. You'll see a big text box in the middle that says something like, "How can Claude help you today?" And somewhere on that page, probably in the top right corner, you should see a sign-in button. Now, here's something important. Claude's website looks a bit different from ChatGPT's. It's more minimalistic, cleaner, but don't worry if it seems almost too simple. That's exactly what it should look like. If you're seeing a completely different page or if you're getting any error messages, double check that you typed claude.ai correctly. It is .ai, not .com. Nothing before it, nothing after it. Found it? Great. Now let's create your account. Look for that sign-in button. It's probably in the top right corner of the page. Click on it. Now, you'll see a sign-in page, and at the bottom, there should be a link that says something like, "Don't have an account? Sign up," or just "Sign up." Click on that. Just like with ChatGPT, you have two main options. You can sign up with your email address, or you can use your Google account if you have one. If you have a Gmail address and you used it for ChatGPT, I recommend using Continue with Google here too. This way, you won't have to remember another password, and it keeps things simple. If you click Continue with Google, you might need to choose which Google account to use if you have more than one. Pick the same one you used for ChatGPT if you set that up. If you prefer to use your email address instead, look for where it says Sign Up with Email and click that. You'll need to enter your email address and create a password just like we did with ChatGPT. Here's something nice about Claude. They don't require phone verification like ChatGPT does. So this process is actually a bit simpler. Fill out the form with your information. For the password, use something secure but memorable. And here's a tip. If you use the same email for ChatGPT, you might want to use a slightly different password for Claude. It's always good practice to not use the exact same password everywhere. After you've filled everything out, click the button that says Create Account or Sign Up. Claude will send you an email to verify your address. Check your inbox, and remember, sometimes these emails end up in spam, so check there too if you don't see it right away. Click the link in that email, and congratulations, you're now officially a Claude user. All right, now comes the really exciting part. You should be looking at Claude's main interface now. You'll see a clean, simple chat area with a text box around the middle of the screen. Now, remember at the beginning when I told you to grab an old family document? This is where we're going to use it, but first, let's introduce ourselves to Claude and give it a job. Type exactly this, quote, "Hi Claude, I'd like you to act as my genealogy document detective. I have old family documents that are sometimes hard to read or understand, and I'd love your help analyzing them. Can you help me with this?" End quote. Press enter and wait for Claude's response. It should say something friendly about being happy to help you with your genealogy documents. Now, here's where Claude really shines. See that text box where you've been typing? Look for a little plus sign near it. That's the file upload button. Click on that plus sign and your computer will open a file browser. Navigate to where you saved that family document, whether it's a photo you took with your phone, a scanned document, or a PDF you downloaded from a genealogy site. Select your document and click Open. Claude will upload it and start analyzing it. This usually takes just a few seconds. Once it's uploaded, try typing something like, quote, "What can you tell me about this document? Are there any parts that are hard to read where you might be able to help me figure out what they say?" End quote. Watch what happens. Claude will examine your document and give you insights about what it sees. It might point out details you missed, suggest what unclear words might say based on context, or even explain what type of document it is and what information is typically found in that kind of record. This is your document detective in action. And remember our golden rule, AI is your research assistant, not your researcher. Claude is helping you see what's there. You're still the one who decides what to do with that information. Let's talk about what makes Claude special for genealogists. Claude can handle lots of different file types: PDFs, Word documents, images, even old scanned photos. You can upload up to 20 files in a single conversation, and each file can be up to 30 megabytes. Here are some things to try with Claude over the next week. Upload that census record where you can't quite make out a name. Take a photo of an old family letter and ask Claude to help transcribe it. Upload a death certificate and ask Claude to explain what all those medical terms mean. Just like with ChatGPT, Claude saves all your conversations automatically. You can come back tomorrow and continue working on the same document or start fresh with a new family mystery. I want you to feel really proud of yourself right now. You've just set up your second AI assistant, and this one has a superpower that's perfect for genealogy work. You now have both a research assistant in ChatGPT and a document detective with Claude in your toolkit. In our next mini episode, we're going to set up Google Gemini, which has its own special talent. It plays really well with all the Google tools you might already be using, like Google Drive, Google Photos, and Gmail. Imagine being able to ask an AI about photos stored in your Google Photos or documents in your Google Drive. But for now, spend some time getting to know Claude. Upload different types of family documents and see how Claude analyzes them. Ask it to help you understand old handwriting, explain historical context, or even suggest what questions you should ask about a particular document. You're building an incredible AI research team, one tool at a time. I can't wait to hear about the discoveries you make with Claude's help. Share your wins in our Facebook group. We all love celebrating those breakthrough moments when technology helps us connect with our ancestors in new ways. Search for the Facebook group Ancestors and Algorithms AI for Genealogy. Thanks for taking this journey with me. I'm Brian, and this has been Ancestors and Algorithms. I'll see you in the next mini episode where we'll add Google Gemini to your AI genealogy toolkit. Until then, happy document detecting.